back to another episode of Confessions. Hey, welcome back to my life update. So, let's get into it. So, hey my babies, hey. So I know everybody's like, what the hell is going on? What happened to the life update? Here's your life update, my YouTube babies. Hey, for all those that have stumbled across my video and don't know who I am E. I go by the pen name E.O. and I am a hairstylist turned author. So to my subscribers and to my babies that do know me, hey, welcome back. So we're gonna do like a little light update, right? Because I know my babies have been like literally waiting on this life update, and like I said before, I want to take y'all on this journey with me, becoming an author, becoming a full-time author. I'm looking forward to everything that's going on. We're going to talk about the book. We're going to talk about the podcast. We're going to talk about the online store. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about a few different things. All right? So, let's get into it. We're going to start off with the podcast. Let's talk about my podcast. I'm still doing my podcast. I'm going to leave all of my links down below. Don't forget to listen to my podcast, y'all. Okay. So the deal is I'm still doing my podcast, and you guys know if you're subscribed to my podcast, you know I talk about love, I talk about lessons, I talk about relationships, communication, anything that has to do with a human being and like making yourself better. I'm talking about on the podcast. Don't talk about I don't talk about political stuff that much. But yeah, the podcast is still going, and I still really enjoy doing it. And if my babies ever have suggestions on topics or anything, feel free to DM me. All right. And go and check out my last episode talking about love languages, okay? Because that was really awesome. And I always feel like I always want to talk about love languages because it helps us understand how we love and how we understand everything, right? So check out the podcast, Confessions podcast. Hey, go listen. We're going to do the small stuff first, and then we're going to talk about the book, because that's really why I came to talk about you guys, because this is my Authortube. Like, seriously. Okay. So, the online store, right? The pandemic has been crazy, and a lot of things have happened that has affected my business, and so I haven't been able to operate in my cosmetology business as I would like. If any of my followers know that have been with me from the very beginning, that know me, I'm an ex-hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist since I was maybe 15 years old and younger. Started earning money very young, and got my license and been operating ever since then. I created a hair growth oil. I created a lip gloss and a vegan face mask, right? So I've been selling that, and I have the pandemic, man. The pandemic. So I have since kind of slowed down doing that. And if you guys are interested in the hair growth oil, in the lip glosses, I'm wearing it now. or the facial mask, just DM me, because the website, she's not available. She's not available right now. Okay, she's not available. All right, so that's all that needs to be said about this website situation. Okay, period. Let's move on to what we actually came to talk about, and that's this journey of a hairstylist becoming an author. Something happened to the footage that I recorded a long time ago and posted it on YouTube, of the whole thing of, and I'm not even sure if it's still on my channel, y'all, but of the whole thing of why and how Confessions even started. And I don't want to bore y'all, with a long story. I may just do a separate video about it in particular, but I've been a writer. I was a writer first, and when I was in school, I won the best essay when I was in elementary school, out of the entire school. So that was my first remembrance of getting some sort of recognition when it came to my writing, right? So I've been writing for a long time, continued to write after that as a little girl, but nobody encouraged me when I was in school that I could do it for a living. I had no idea that I could be a published author, or anything in the literary world, and make good money enough to financially support myself, right? So I never put any energy towards it. When I was in school and growing up, my mom taught me to work, finish school so you can get a diploma so you can go to work. And that's what I did. And I am naturally good with my hands, and so I ended up becoming a hairstylist. I operated for a long time without a license. I still wrote off and on over the years, collected a lot of poetry, wrote a lot of poetry, short stories. Didn't really do a lot with it, right? And so, and then I moved here in Texas, where I am now, a few hours from where I'm originally from, and got married and went through some things, and that's where Confessions came. It came out of my pain, and so I've been developing it ever since. It's looking like it's going to be a 5-part book series, but we'll see how it goes. It may end up being more than that. So yeah, my whole point in my booktube is to encourage people that look like me, that came from the same industry as me, for them to be able to see my journey, so I can share my journey with you guys. That's my whole point of vlogging, other than the fact that I really love vlogging. Any of my babies that know me know I love to vlog, okay? But I want to be able to share this experience with people that look like me, that want to feel encouraged, that's going through the same thing, that may be in the hair industry and want to do this, or have been doing it, and just the trials and tribulations of doing it. So let's talk about more about the book. All right, because I know that's why we're here. That's why I want y'all here. Let's talk about it. I had an editor that dropped out, found her on Facebook, took one of my chapters and did a whole thing on her website blogging about my chapter. Okay. I don't know if she actually did publish anything in regards to my chapter. I don't know. Sorry about the wash up. Sorry. I don't know if she actually did publish anything, but I do know that she went and blogged about my chapter, and she was supposed to be my editor. And then on top of all of that, she decided that she was too busy and she couldn't continue on with the project. So yeah, so there went that editor. The other editor was she was in the UK, and she was very expensive, $1,500. At the time, I was still trying to work on my marriage, and so financially it would have been fine for me to pay that and release it. But here we are 2.5 years later, and after my divorce, I couldn't do it, and so here we are again, with the same material, and I decided, okay, well, I'm going to take these different avenues. I'm going to, do this, do that. My divorce completely stopped all of that. Like I put my book down and I said, you know what, this is probably, I probably shouldn't even be doing this. I'm not going to do it. Like, it's not for me. Stop writing completely. I filed for divorce and stopped writing. Kind of got myself back together, started working, stopped writing, focusing more on my podcast, recording more for my podcast, and I picked my book back up again. And here we are again with my book and talking about my book and publishing my book. My book will be out in the summer 2021. So yeah, that's kind of like the short version of what's going on. I have had, you guys know the deal with Vistaprint. I haven't ordered from them since. I haven't attended any author events yet. I've since added a poetry erotica book, which has led me into the realm of writing erotica, when that wasn't even my intention at first, because I kind of feel like, and don't tell nobody this, don't tell nobody, okay? But I know, I know that I can write erotica. That's not a problem for me. I've always written it since I was, in like middle school. I used to get in trouble from my stepdad that would find my erotica and tell me that I wasn't supposed to be writing like that. So it's this thing about being who I am that made me feel like I didn't want to write erotica, because to me it was like this cookie cutter, like stereotypical thing, and that's again the reason why I wanted to vlog this journey that I'm on, because I am nowhere near good in it. And for me, it goes back to like finance and my creative ability, the connections I've made. I'm still struggling. I am literally struggling. If anybody has any sort of resources, feel free to email me or DM me if you guys have any resources on financial resources or any sort of like programs or anything. Feel free to DM me about that, okay? Or email me. So, I'm still going through it with my book, 2.5 years later. And I just want everybody to know, like, it can be done, you can do it. The deal with my cover, right? Because we went through the thing with Vistaprint because I wanted to attend that event. They messed them up. They sent me more. I still wasn't able to attend the event. The person that my graphic designer did an amazing job. She did exactly what I asked her to do. But the application that she used to create my cover, now I can't use it. So now I had to have another cover made, in addition to having another cover made for my poetry book, because I have different plans for it as well. So in my cover for my book series, Confessions, is in the works. It's not all the way there yet, but we're almost there with the cover, right? And so I've also decided to offer some of my work on Bella. If any of my book babies are familiar with that, Kindle, Amazon has offered something else. That's one of my neighbors. Has decided to offer a sort of episodic option for readers, for avid readers, and I've decided to participate in it. It hasn't been released yet. It's been a lot of talks of when it will be released and how much it's going to cost for readers and all of that. But I will have some stuff available in regards to confessions there, because I am oddly Vella. Amazon's Vella has worked out for me really well, because I am that sort of writer. I write cliffhangers at the end of a chapter. I write in a very episodic way, so it worked out like great for me, right? And so also I will be going into some erotica with Vella as well. In regards to like Kindle Unlimited, Confessions Volume 1 will be released there for paperback and for ebook. The audiobook won't be available to the end of the year. If things change, then I will let y'all know. The process of an audiobook is way different than just, putting it on an ebook platform, regardless of, and I'm going to try to get it available for all of the other platforms, Google, and all of the other platforms, but for sure, KU, Kindle Unlimited, it will be available for e and paperback. All right. Now, and then also, like I said, for Vella, but we're not sure about when Vella is going to be launching for the readers. Okay. And so, and I'll go into more into depth into that, maybe later this week or something, now that I have an okay sort of recording situation, because this is not. So, that's the deal. So the cover is just about done. I think it needs a little bit more work. It's not exactly what I envisioned, but it's getting there. I've met some amazing authors that have been in the industry for a long time, that have done well financially, that have been a tremendous help, that have led me off in the right direction, right, when it comes to my book. Don't be afraid to ask around. Don't just go with the first editor, graphic designer, whoever. Don't just go with the first. Take your time. Do your research. Attend the events. Don't use every single method that everyone tells you, because every method is not going to work for your brand. It's not going to work for your brand. I have a lot of things available to me that are working for me, because I came from the beauty industry, and I have a lot of things that are working against me because I came from the beauty industry. It's a lot of people that know me from being a hairstylist that they just can't wrap their mind around the fact that I'm capable of writing a book. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, so look, I am here to be your example. You can do this. We're gonna do this, and I want my babies to be involved in my journey. So I don't want to keep y'all for a long time, because I know how it is to be watching people's videos, and it's like, okay, go ahead and spit it out. And I think I covered everything. Okay, but that's the deal with the book. It's a lot going on. I'm preparing. Thanks, neighbors. I'm preparing for Bella. We already have some stuff in the works for it, for erotica, and which I didn't even want to do, but here we are. We're doing it for erotica for Bella, for romance and mystery in Bella, and then for KU, And for hardback, Confessions will be my book series, Volume 1. Part 2 will be available in the summer, okay? And then my erotic poetry book will be available this summer as well. The poetry book is going to be more of a keepsake item. It's going to come in pocket book form, okay? So that's the little bitty life update. I don't know how often I'm gonna come and update y'all. How often do y'all need it? So I just want to thank you guys for coming and watching my videos. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to leave all of my information down in the description box so you guys can keep up with me on your other favorite platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Clubhouse. Go and follow me on Clubhouse. And you guys don't forget that I have events every week on Clubhouse. I host an erotic read aloud, romance and read aloud on every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time, and then on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, I host a sprint. So you guys, we can come and be productive and write to lo-fi music, okay? So if you're following me on Clubhouse, which you will be after this video, then you can turn the notification bell on so that you'll know when I'm hosting the sprint rooms and when we have Central Saturdays and different events like that, okay? And don't forget to go and follow my club as well, Confessions from E on Clubhouse, all right? You should be already following me on Instagram. And yeah, all of that. All right, so I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.